students. In last class we have discussed the structure of tRNA. The tRNA is also called sRNA, soluble RNA, or aRNA, means adapter RNA, soluble RNA or adapter RNA. It is so called soluble RNA because in naturally it is soluble in cytoplasm of cell. In naturally tRNA soluble in the cytoplasm of cell after protein synthesis, and in artificially it is dissolved in 1 molar sodium hydroxide. In laboratory medium, in artificial medium, it is dissolved in soluble in 1 molar sodium hydroxide solution, and in naturally it is soluble in the cytoplasm of cell after protein synthesis. That's why the tRNA is also called soluble RNA, and its important function is it will pick up specific amino acid from cytoplasm to the ribosomes during protein synthesis. We remember tRNA transfers the particular amino acid, specific amino acid from cytoplasm to the ribosomes. So it can adapt or it can adapt or carries a specific amino acid from cytoplasm to the ribosomes. That's why it is also called adaptive RNA, adapter RNA. Important in 2 years back, board exam question, final exam question. Name the RNA. Acts as adapter RNA, or which RNA is also called adapter RNA. Right answer is the tRNA transfer RNA. Yeah. tRNA is one of the smallest RNA. It is one of the smallest RNA. Accounts about 10 to 15% of total RNA. tRNA, the smallest RNA, accounts about 10 to 15% of total RNA. And it was first discovered by tRNA was first discovered by Hoagland, Jemichnik, and Stephenson were the first persons to discover the tRNA, first observe the tRNA. But structurally, tRNA is the single-stranded polynucleotide chain. tRNA is made up of single-stranded polynucleotide chain. Begins with guanine nucleotide or the fat chain and CCA, cytosine, adenine nucleotides are the thread chain. We remember structurally tRNA made up of single polynucleotide chain because entire tRNA itself is a single-stranded nucleic acid. So tRNA made up of a single-stranded polynucleotide chain begins with guanine nucleotide or the fat chain and ends with 3 nucleotides CCA, cytosine and adenine nucleotides are the thread chain. And it is folded, the single-stranded polynucleotide chain is folded into number of loop-like structures. We remember this statement. The single-stranded polynucleotide chain is folded, is wrinkled or folded in the form of loop-like structures. and it will appear two-dimensional structure. We remember this loop-like structure of single-stranded tRNA is folded and appear in the form of 2D view, two-dimensional view, like clover leaf, or trifoliate leaf, trifoliate leaf, or 3D view, three-dimensional structure, three-dimensional view in the form of inverted L shape. Do you remember? The three-dimensional view of tRNA appears like inverted L shape. Two-dimensional view of tRNA appears like clover leaf or trifoliate leaf, because already I was given this brief explanation in the previous class. In the first year PC session, we have already studied types of leaves. In types of leaves, simple leaf and compound leaf. In compound leaves, pinnate leaf compound leaves and palmate leaf compound leaves. In palmate leaf compound leaves, there are 5 different types, like unifoliate compound leaf, bifoliate compound leaf, trifoliate compound leaf, quadrifoliate compound leaf, and multifoliate or digitate compound leaf. Here example of trifoliate compound leaf is the clover leaf or trifoliate leaf. In trifoliate compound leaf, the petiole ends with 3 leaflets like this. In trifoliate compound leaf, petiole ends with 3 leaflets. Like that, the single-stranded polynucleotide chain of tRNA in two-dimensional view appears like trifoliate compound leaf. Example, clover leaf, Eugenia caryophyllata, scientific name. That's why such kind of tRNA is also called clover leaf model of tRNA. Very important. Clover leaf model of tRNA. Why, sir? It is also called clover leaf model of tRNA because it resembles to trifoliate compound leaf. So that such a tRNA is also called clover leaf model of tRNA. It was first discovered by Robert Hawley. Clover leaf model of tRNA was first noticed by Robert Hawley and supported by Marshall and Nirenberg. That's why the 2D structure of two-dimensional structure of tRNA is also called clover leaf model of tRNA, discovered by Robert Hawley and supported by Marshall and Nirenberg. Important. Structurally, the clover leaf model of tRNA consists of 4 parts. That is the detailed structure of clover leaf model of tRNA. So, the clover leaf model of tRNA consists of 4 parts, like acceptor site, THU loop, dihydroxy iodide loop, anticodon loop, or anticodon site, and T-cycle loop or attachment site. T-cycle loop or attachment site are the 4 distinct parts of clover leaf model of tRNA according to Robert Hawley. So, the simple diagram of the chlorine model of tRNA is this is the structure of a chlorine model of tRNA and it appears in trifoliate compound leaf because one side, one arm resemble to the PQ and three unpaired loops resemble to the three leaflets like this. That's why it is also called trifoliate tRNA or chlorine model of tRNA. So the chlorine model of tRNA according to Robert Oley consists of 4 parts like acceptor site. Now this is acceptor site or also called adapter site. Adapter site. Next one is the DHURM, DHU loop. Next one is the anticodon loop. Anticodon loop are also called anticodon loop are important for extra information. NODOC, Nodoc region. And next one is the T-Cyc loop. T-Cyc are also called attachment site. Attachment site are the 4 parts of chlorine model of tRNA. So, according to Robert Oley, tRNA consists of 4 distinct regions like acceptor site or adapter site or also called one more name amino acid binding site. Amino acid binding site. Amino acid binding site, DH loop, anticodon loop or Nodoc region, T-Cyc loop or attachment site. Among them, first one is the acceptor site. Listen here. The acceptor site or amino acid binding site or adapter site present at 3' end. Very important. Acceptor site or adapter site or amino acid binding site present at 3' end, terminates with ends with CCA nucleotides. Do you remember this statement? Because already I have told to you, tRNA made up of 4 single-stranded polynucleotide chain begins with guanine nucleotide at the 5' end and terminates with CCA nucleotides at the 3' end. So, initial point is the 5' end begins with guanine nucleotide and terminates with 3' end, while CCA nucleotides are the terminal nucleotides. Final step nucleotides, very important for seat information, NEET information. Yeah, the first nucleotide of the chlorine model of tRNA closely associated to the amino acids, binded amino acids, adenine, never cytosine. Do you remember this statement? The first nucleotide of the tRNA closely or nearest to amino acid is the adenine nucleotide, no cytosine or cytosine nucleotide, because the 3' end terminates with CCA nucleotides. So, the amino acid binding site or acceptor site or adapter site present at 3' end of tRNA ends with CCA nucleotides. Important, in which the specific activated amino acid binds to 3' chain during protein synthesis. We remember this point. For example, this is one cell. In this cell, this is the nucleus and this is the ribosome, either 70S or 80S type of ribosome, and this is the mRNA, and this is the area of amino acid pool present at the cytoplasm of cell. Now nucleus, ribosome, mRNA and amino acid pool containing 20 different types of amino acids. So, here 20 different types of amino acids are present in the cytoplasm of cell. Before protein synthesis existed in inactivated condition, inactivated state. Never in activated form, all the 20 different types of amino acids are found in cytoplasm of cell in inactivated state, inactivated condition. But at the time of beginning of protein synthesis, initiation of protein synthesis inside the ribosomes, each and every inactivated amino acid converted into activated amino acid. Do you remember the statement? Inactivated amino acid converted into activated amino acid. After formation of activated amino acid, do you remember? The activated amino acid binds to tRNA, attached to the tRNA, adapted to the tRNA towards 3' chain, binds to, loaded to, attached to tRNA at the point of 3' chain nearest to the oligonucleotide. That's why this part is called as amino acid binding site. The activated amino acid load to, binds to, attached to 3' end of tRNA nearest to the adenosine nucleotide, so that this end, this part of clolipidal of tRNA is commonly called adapter RNA or amino acid binding site or acceptor site because of accepting of a specific amino acid. So, the amino acid binding site or acceptor site functionings, it helps in binding of specific activated amino acid during protein synthesis. Since this part is named as acceptor site or amino acid binding site or amino acid binding site or adapter site is the first part of tRNA, Robert Holy type of RNA, clolipidal of tRNA. And second part is the DHU loop, dihydroxyuridine loop. Dihydroxyuridine loop is the full form of DHU loop. Do you remember? DHURM is the second part of tRNA. Its expansion form is dihydroxyuridine loop. The brief explanation of this part is, we remember, it is also called DHU loop is also called important amino acid synthetase. Amino acid synthetase recognition site. See, this DHURM, DHU loop is also called amino acid synthetase recognition site. One lengthy definition, lengthy word, lengthy enzyme name. Amino acid synthetase recognition site. Why sir? It is also called amino acid synthetase recognition site because This enzyme, amino acid synthetase enzyme, amino acid synthetase enzyme, responsible for conversion of inactivated amino acid, helps in conversion of inactivated amino acid into activated amino acid. Be listen here. Amino acid synthetase enzyme responsible for conversion of inactivated amino acid into activated amino acid. What happens after formation of activated amino acid? Nothing but binds to 3' end of tRNA. Then tRNA transfers activated amino acid from cytoplasm to the ribosome for protein synthesis. So, each and every inactivated amino acid converted into activated amino acid in presence of amino acid synthetase enzyme. You must remember this statement. But there are 20 enzymes, very important. There are 20 different types of enzymes for 20 different types of amino acids present in the cytoplasm of cell. You must remember this statement. See, 20 different types of inactivated amino acids present in the amino acid pool. Cytoplasm of cell in the point of amino acid pool. Each inactivated amino acid converted into activated amino acid in presence of amino acid synthetase enzyme. So, never all inactivated amino acids converted into activated amino acids in presence of single type of amino acid synthetase enzyme. That means the specific amino acid, particular amino acid converted into particular activated amino acid in presence of specific or particular amino acid synthetase enzyme. For example, say phenylalanine. Phenylalanine, one type of amino acid. Leucine, one type of amino acid. Serine, a type of amino acid. Tryptophan, tyrosine, one type of amino acid. Tryptophan, one type of amino acid. Cysteine, one type of amino acid. Lysine, arginine, glycine, valine, isoleucine, serine are the different types of 20 amino acids. See, the phenylalanine inactivated amino acid converted into activated phenylalanine amino acid in presence of one type of amino acid synthetase enzyme. Similarly, inactivated leucine amino acid converted into activated leucine amino acid by another type of amino acid synthetase enzyme. Like inactivated serine amino acid converted into activated serine amino acid by one more type of amino acid synthetase enzyme. It means never single amino acid synthetase enzyme converts all 20 inactivated amino acids into activated amino acids. That means each and every specific inactivated amino acid converted into activated amino acid by a specific particular amino acid synthetase enzyme. That is our topic explanation. There are 20 amino acid synthetase enzymes necessary for conversion of 20 different types of inactivated amino acids. So, here the function of DH loop is, you must remember the topic. The function of DH loop is to recognize the particular, the specific amino acid synthetase enzyme. Do you remember the statement? DH loop identify, recognize the particular amino acid synthetase enzyme for the conversion of specific inactivated amino acid into activated amino acid. That's why the DH loop is also called amino acid synthetase recognition site. Amino acid synthetase recognition site, because it helps in recognition of identification of specific amino acid synthetase enzyme. This is due to the cytoplasm of cell containing 20 different types of amino acid synthetase enzymes for the conversion of inactivated amino acid into activated amino acids. So, at least, very important for neat information, at least the cytoplasm of cell containing 20 different types of amino acid synthetase enzymes. Because cytoplasm of cell containing 20 inactivated amino acids. Each inactivated amino acid converted into activated amino acid by the help of particular specific particular amino acid synthetase enzyme. This is identified by recognized by DHU. For example, another simple example, say if the 3' chain antisense strand of DNA antisense DNA template containing TAC nitrogen bases and mRNA containing AUG template codon from 5' to 3'. tRNA containing UAC anticodon in anticodon from 3' to 5'. You must remember, if the DNA containing TAC nitrogen bases, mRNA containing AUG template codon. If the mRNA containing AUG codon, you must remember, this AUG codon first selects the methionine amino acid. Out of 20 amino acids, so one type of amino acid is the methionine amino acid. So, AUG codon directs to the inactivated methionine amino acid, convert into activated methionine amino acid. But for the conversion of inactivated methionine amino acid into activated methionine amino acid, it can need amino acid synthetase enzyme. Yeah, amino acid synthetase enzyme, one type of enzyme out of 20. Out of 20, specific amino acid synthetase enzyme for the conversion of inactivated methionine into activated methionine identified DHU. Recognized by DHU. Thereafter, after recognition of specific amino acid synthetase enzyme, it converts inactivated methionine into activated methionine. Such activated methionine amino acid binds to the amino acid binding site. Thereafter, to form loaded tRNA. Now, this loaded tRNA transfers the methionine amino acid to the site of ribosomes for initiation of polypeptide chain. That is the role of DH loop, dihydroxyiodine loop. So, it helps in recognition of specific amino acid synthetase enzyme during protein synthesis. Is the function of DHU loop. And next, third region is the anticodon loop or NODOC region. You must remember, the third part of tRNA is the anticodon loop. NODOC region. See, the anticodon loop is one of the most important part of tRNA. Be remember this statement. Anticodon loop is one of the most important part of the tRNA, most important site of the tRNA, because based on this part, tRNA can differentiate into many types. You must remember this statement. Based on anticodon loop, tRNA differentiated into many types. Many types means so approximately 61 different types of tRNAs. Means at least the cytoplasm of cell containing 61 different types of tRNAs. Why, sir? I will give the solution for this question in the future explanation. In the future explanation part. So, the anticodon logo is one of the important part of tRNA. This is due to, based on this side, based on anticodon logo, tRNA differentiated into many types, minimum 61 different types. And a group of 3 nitrogen bases present in this loop. You must remember this statement. A group of 3 nitrogen bases present in the anticodon loop is called anticodon. See, a group of 3 nitrogen bases present in the anticodon loop is called anticodon. It is always opposite to the, we remember this statement. This anticodon is always opposite to the codon of mRNA. Codon of mRNA. So, what is anticodon? One more question and seat information important to define anticodon. A group of 3 nitrogen bases present in tRNA. Anticodon loop of tRNA is called anticodon. Or opposite to codon of mRNA is called anticodon. You must remember this statement. So, a group of 3 nitrogen bases present in the anticodon loop of tRNA is called anticodon. For example, listen here. If the mRNA containing AUG codon, if the mRNA containing AUG codon, tRNA containing UAC anticodon, like this. tRNA containing UAC anticodon. But here direction is most important of mRNA codon direction of 5' to 3'. tRNA anticodon direction is the 3' to 5', opposite to mRNA. And if the mRNA containing, if the mRNA containing AUG codon, tRNA containing UAC anticodon 3' to 5', this tRNA carries methionine amino acid. While if the mRNA containing UUU triplet codon, tRNA containing AAA anticodon, which codes phenylalanine amino acid. This is the ground plan diagram of tRNA. This is the ground plan diagram of tRNA, clover leaf model of tRNA. So, if the mRNA containing UUU codon, tRNA containing AAA anticodon, which carries phenylalanine amino acid. While if the mRNA containing UUA triplet codon 5' to 3', tRNA containing AAA U triplets are anticodon. This is the anticodon of tRNA, AAU anticodon, which carries leucine amino acid, LEU, leucine amino acid, LEU, CINE, leucine amino acid. While if the mRNA containing AGC codon, tRNA containing UCG anticodon, Now this UCG anticodon tRNA carries serine amino acid. Serine amino acid. Most important, especially in the triplet codon table, genetic dictionary triplet codon, specific amino acid with the specific triplet codon. Match the following question. See it or need information important. So codons, listen here, codons present on mRNA. Anticodons present on tRNA. Very important for board exams, theory exams. In one of the year, simple 2 mark question, where do you find codon and anticodon? Simple question, 2 mark question. Each word, each statement or word carries 1 mark. You must remember how much the easy concept of biology syllabus. So, where do you find codon and anticodon? Answer is the mRNA and tRNA. Codons present on mRNA, anticodons present on tRNA. So, you must remember this statement. A group of 3 nitrogen bases present on anticodon site, anticodon loop of the tRNA is called anticodon. It is opposite to the mRNA. It is opposite to the mRNA. And one more information for NEET exams and CET exam. It is similar, anticodon of tRNA similar to the antisense strand of DNA except thymine in place of uracil. You must remember this statement. Say, for example, this is antisense strand of DNA. Antisense strand means one of the template strand of DNA. Now this template strand containing TAC nitrogen bases. TAC nitrogen bases. Now this template strand of DNA containing TAC nitrogen bases, codon of mRNA is the AUG. Is the AUG. Opposite to thymine, adenine. Opposite to adenine, uracil. Opposite to cytosine, guanine. That is codon of mRNA. See, you must glancing this statement. Anticodon of tRNA opposite to the mRNA, UAC. UAC. See, this UAC anticodon exactly similar to the antisense strand of DNA except thymine in place of uracil. Very important for NEET information. So, anticodon nothing but a group of the nitrogen bases present in the anticodon site of tRNA is called anticodon. It is opposite to the codon of mRNA. That's why it is also called no-dark site, no-dark region. Because the spelling of word codon, C-O-D-O-N, codon. Reciprocal manner, opposite this reciprocal manner, N-O-D-O-C. That's why anticodon loop is also called no-dark site. Means forward to backward, means left hand to right hand direction. No? Simple pronunciation meaning is the no-dark. And right hand to left hand direction. No? Right hand to left hand direction. No? Simple pronunciation is codon. Opposite to codon, no-dark. That's why anticodon loop is also called no-dark region. Is the third part of tRNA. Then next to the anticodon loop, T-cycle loop. T-cycle or attachment site. Attachment site. Or more than we say in deep explanation, ribosomal recognition site. Ribosomal recognition site. Say this arm T size loop or attachment site helps in recognition of ribosome, identification of ribosome, recognition of ribosome by the tRNA during protein synthesis. That's why it is also called attachment site or ribosomal recognition site. For example, see, this is one animal cell. Now, in this cell, this is the cytoplasm, here the amino acid pool. This amino acid pool containing 20 different types of amino acids. And this is the spot of nucleus. And this area containing ribosome. In this area is the ribosome binds to mRNA after transcription inside the nucleus. Now, the tRNA carries specific activated amino acid to the site of ribosome. For example, first amino acid is the methionine amino acid. Yeah, methionine amino acid on the surface of tRNA is the UAC anticodon. So yeah, the tRNA load the methionine amino acid in the spot of this amino acid. Now, such a tRNA, specific tRNA carrying methionine amino acid move to the site of ribosome. Within the cytoplasm, move to the site of ribosome and attach it to the mRNA, then code the methionine amino acid by its anticodon. But in between ribosome and tRNA, ribosome and tRNA, there are several types of cell organelles. Simple example, mitochondria, centrioles, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes, Golgi bodies, etc. etc. But here, the tRNA only enters into the ribosome, never to the mitochondria, or never to the Golgi complex or lysosomes, etc. other than ribosomes. So, among number of cell organelles present in the cytoplasm of cell, tRNA first recognize the ribosome, identify the ribosome, thereafter attached or enters into the ribosome for coding of specific amino acid. But before enters the attachment of a ribosome, tRNA first identify the ribosome cell organelle. See, which is the ribosome? Among different types of cell organelles, identified by, recognized by tRNA only by the help of T size serum. After identification, the tRNA attached to the ribosome or enters into the ribosome. That's why the T size arm of the tRNA is also called attachment site or ribosomal recognition site. See, here the loaded tRNA, amino acid carrying tRNA never enters into the lysosome cell organelles or Golgi bodies or centrioles or mitochondria or in plant cell into the chloroplast or plastids. First, it should be identify the ribosome, recognize the ribosome. Like that of, here, in sheep colony, 100 sheep are there. Among 100 sheep, 20 mother sheep gave birth to the 20 sheep calves. 20 sheep calves. Listen here. In evening time, whenever mother sheep visiting to their residency spot, accommodation spot, the particular calf can identify the particular mother, or particular mother can identify their particular calf. Never random calves or random mothers. Means the specific mother gave permission to the specific calf for licking of milk from their mammary glands. If other than their own calf visiting to the mother, it can reject it. Like that, the specific tRNA, amino acid carrying tRNA, identify the ribosome other than other cellular plants. That's why that T-size RNA, T-size LOPO is also called ribosomal recognition site or attachment site. Is the function of T-size RNA. Important. In between anticodon loop and T-size RNA. Listen here. In between anticodon loop and T-size RNA is the variable region, extra loop. This is called variable RNA. Do you remember this statement? In between anticodon loop and T-size loop or vice versa. T-size loop and anticodon loop and extra RNA called variable RNA. But one more information to you. Till here, the function of variable RNA never discovered by any molecular biologist. You must remember the function of variable RNA till here never noticed by any scientist, any molecular biologist, but it is present in between anticodon loop and T-size RNA. Is the structure of closed leaf model of tRNA proposed by Robert Holley and supported by Marshall and Weinberg. Now, the function of this RNA, already I was told to you, the function of tRNA is it will carry the amino acid, specific amino acid from amino acid pool to the ribosomes or cytoplasm to the ribosomes for protein synthesis, for formation of a polypeptide chain. That's why it is commonly called transfer RNA, because it will carries specific amino acid. Never all amino acids carried by single RNA, single tRNA. You must remember this statement. Specific tRNA carries the specific amino acid. For example, one more question. If the tRNA containing UAC anticodon, if the tRNA containing UAC anticodon, listen here, is called initiator tRNA. Because this anticodon UAC codes the AUG codon, binds to the AUG codon. According to genetic history, genetic table, according to genetic code, AUG is the initiator codon. First codon in polypeptide chain is the AUG codon. Present on the mRNA. In which part of the mRNA? In initiator coding region of the mRNA. Already I have told in the structure of prokaryotic mRNA. So, initiator coding region of mRNA containing AUG initiator codon, tRNA also, UAC anticodon, such tRNA carries methionine amino acid. That's why this type of tRNA is called initiator tRNA. So, methionine amino acid, one type of tRNA. Phenylalanine amino acid, one type of tRNA. Leucine amino acid, one type of tRNA. Means the specific amino acid, particular amino acid, transported by, carried by the specific tRNA. But never all tRNA can pick up the all different types of amino acids. Particular tRNA carries the particular amino acid. Is the function of tRNA, common function of tRNA. And some more information of tRNA, extra information for tRNA is, see, the cytoplasm of cell cytoplasm of either plant cell or animal cell, any cell, here at least containing 61 different types of tRNAs. We remember this point? At least the cytoplasm of a cell containing 61 different types of tRNAs. Because 61 functional codons are there in the genetic code. Say, in future, in the genetic dictionary table, I'll give the specific triplet codon with the selected amino acid. So, there are 61 functional codons present in the cytoplasm of cell. And each triplet codon can recognize the specific anticodon on the tRNA. Specific anticodon tRNA carries the specific amino acid. So, according to genetic dictionary or according to triplet codon system, 61 functional codons are there. 61 sensible codons are there. And each sensible codon recognize the specific tRNA carrying anticodon with amino acid, specific amino acid. That's why the cytoplasm of cell at least containing 61 different types of tRNAs. And all 61 different types of tRNAs differentiated by the help of anticodon. All 61 tRNAs differentiated or classified by the help of anticodon. Because anticodon containing anticodon. This is opposite to the codon of mRNA. So why sir? Cytoplasm of cell containing 61 different types of tRNAs due to presence of 61 functional codons, sensible codons. For non-sensible codons, for non-functional codons, for terminator codons, for stop codons, very important, there are no tRNAs, no manufacture of, no synthesis of tRNAs. We remember? Already we have discussed in the structure of mRNA. At the 5' end, first one is the methylated guanosine cap at the 5' end. Next one is the NCR first, non-coding region first. Second one. Third one is the initiator coding region containing AUG or rarely GUG. Next one is the coding region. Fourth part. Next one is the terminator coding region. This fifth part terminator coding region containing any one of the terminator codon, either UAA or UAG or UGA. See, whenever any one of the terminator codon appeared on the terminator coding region of mRNA, no synthesis of polypeptide chain means to terminate to cut the formation of polypeptide chain after required amino acids assembled in the polypeptide chain. Because the terminator codon does not code any amino acid. Why sir? Due to absence of corresponding tRNA. Yeah, for terminator codons, no formation of, no synthesis of tRNAs. That's why the terminator codons never codes any amino acid. Since out of 64 codons, 61 are the functional codons, 3 are the non-functional codons or non-sensible codons or stop codons or terminator codons present in the terminator coding region. So, for which codons? No synthesis of tRNA, 1 mark% or 2 mark%. For terminator codons like UAA or UAG or UGA, no synthesis of tRNAs, no formation of tRNAs. Since the cytoplasm of cell containing at least 61 triplet codons, functional codons. for all sensible codons. DNA transcript means DNA synthesize tRNAs, so that the cytoplasm of cell containing at least 61 different types of tRNAs. Very important for extra information, competitive exams information. But how many amino acid synthetase enzymes are there? Only 20 types. Because cell containing 20 different types of inactivated amino acids. Each inactivated amino acid converted into activated amino acid by a specific amino acid synthetase enzyme. Such a specific amino acid synthetase enzyme identified by, recognized by which part of the tRNA out of 4? Nothing but DHU, DHORR. So it is also called amino acid synthetase recognition site. Are the 4 different parts of the closed-loop model of tRNA and their functions and their extra information. So till here is the structure of closed-loop model of tRNA, trifoliate compound leaf of tRNA proposed by R. Holy, Robert Holy. Important. So till here is the 3 different types of non-genetic RNAs with their functions like rRNA, mRNA and tRNA. See, in one of the board exam, one simple 3-mark question, what is non-genetic RNA? Mention the types with their functions. What is non-genetic RNA? Mention the types with their functions. 3-mark question. 3-mark question. Yeah, non-genetic RNA means the RNA which does not act as a genetic material is called non-genetic RNA. What are their 3 different types? Means rRNA, mRNA and tRNA. Function of rRNA is it provides attachment site to the tRNA and mRNA during protein synthesis. Function of rRNA. And mRNA function, it carries the genetic message from nucleus to the cytoplasm or DNA to the ribosomes in the form of codon language. Function of mRNA. And function of tRNA, it carries the specific activated amino acid from cytoplasm to the ribosomes. Is the role of tRNA, adapter RNA, soluble RNA. This is one simple 3-mark question. Non-genetic RNA, their types with their functions, respective functions. So till here are the different types of RNAs like genetic RNA and non-genetic RNA. That is the second type of nucleic acid rRNA, tRNA, mRNA, totally RNA world. That is collectively called as RNA world. Entire explanation of RNA chemical composition, RNA types with their functions, structures, collectively called as RNA world according to our NCERT syllabus. So these are the 2 types of our topic in the molecular basis of innatines, nucleic acids, that is DNA and RNA. Important. But what are the major differences between DNA and RNA? Expected question for 2 marks. That is the topic of differences between DNA and RNA. Say the major differences between DNA and RNA. Easy and expected question. Differences between DNA and RNA is, listen here, it is a double-stranded nucleic acid. Double-stranded nucleic acid made up of two polynucleated chains. DNA is the double-stranded nucleic acid made up of two polynucleated chains. It is single-stranded nucleic acid. Made up of single polynucleated chain. RNA column opposite to first point of DNA column, it is single stranded polynucleated chain made up of single stranded nucleic acid made up of single polynucleated chain. But here exception is there. Such exceptional points are the extra information regarding about NEET exams or CET exams. Say in page 174 page, except in page 174 page. Page 174 bacteria page containing single-stranded DNA, ssDNA. Already, I was told to you in the introduction of nucleic acids topic, DNA topic. See, in all organisms, DNA is the double-stranded nucleic acid, except page 174 page, bacteria page. Like that, RNA is also single-stranded nucleic acid, except in reovirus. In the reovirus, RNA is the double-stranded RNA, double-stranded nucleic acid. And next difference is it contains RNA contains deoxyribose sugar. RNA contains deoxyribose sugar. Sorry. In DNA column, DNA contains deoxyribose sugar. In RNA column, RNA contains ribose sugar. So, the pentose sugar in DNA is the deoxyribose sugar. In RNA is the ribose sugar. DNA contains thymine nitrogen base, thymine pyrimidine base, never purine base, so thymine pyrimidine base. RNA contains uracil pyrimidine base, uracil. Never RNA containing thymine nitrogen base or DNA containing uracil. So DNA contains thymine and RNA contains uracil. And next difference is, see, mostly present. Important, DNA mostly present in nucleus. We remember this statement. DNA location, DNA occurrence generally present within the nucleus, inside the nucleus, except mitochondria and chloroplast cell organelles. So, mostly DNA present inside the nucleus, whereas RNA presenting both nucleus and cytoplasm. We remember, because inside the nucleus, within the nucleus, to undergo transcription of RNA from the DNA template. After the transcription, RNA moves from nucleus to cytoplasm. So here, RNA location is the both nucleus and cytoplasm. Birth is the nucleus. Life leading process, cytoplasm. So, occurrence of RNA is present in both nucleus and cytoplasm, but generally DNA present inside the nucleus. And next difference is it undergo self-duplication. DNA undergo self-replication, self-duplication. Already we have discussed in replication of DNA by semi-conservative method. But RNA does not undergo self-duplication, self-replication, but it is producing from DNA, because all these three different types of non-genetic RNAs. Remember, all different types of non-genetic RNAs, whether rRNA or mRNA or tRNA, synthesized from DNA by the process of transcription. So, DNA produce RNA, DNA synthesize RNA by the process of transcription. But RNA never undergoes self-replication except in, very important, in retroviruses. In retroviruses, so RNA produce DNA. That process is called reverse transcription. So, except in retroviruses, so in majority of adenoviruses, including all eukaryotic cells, DNA undergoes self-replication thereafter to produce different types of RNAs by the process of transcription. And next one is the next difference is, see, it is mostly one type. DNA mostly single type, but RNA consists of three types, like rRNA, mRNA and tRNA. See, DNA consists of single type, mostly single type, while RNA consists of three types based on function and location. And next one is, see it important, next difference, here DNA does not directly involved in protein synthesis. Remember, DNA does not directly involved in protein synthesis, whereas RNA directly codes the protein synthesis. RNA directly codes the protein synthesis. Remember, because after transcription of mRNA, for example, this is replication fork. From this replication fork, 3' to 5' directed strand is called antisense strand. On the antisense strand, this is the RNA polymerase enzyme, RNAP. From this RNA polymerase enzyme to starts the formation of mRNA, synthesis of mRNA within the nucleus, inside the nucleus. Listen here. Now, this mRNA, after the transcription, migrating from nucleus to the cytoplasm through nuclear probe by the help of polyadenine type, migrating from nucleus to the cytoplasm and binds to the ribosomes towards Fada chain in the cheek of brain. Important. At the same time, tRNA carries different types of amino acids. Particular tRNA carries the particular amino acids. After the ribosome attains to arrival to terminator codon to start the synthesis of polypeptide chain, formation of protein. Important. As a result, to synthesize a polypeptide chain or particular protein. We remember this statement. So here, the DNA never directly involved in synthesis of polypeptide chain or protein chain. Important. It is involved indirectly by the mediator of mRNA. That is the difference of this point. DNA does not directly involve in formation of polypeptide chain, protein molecule. But RNA, whether it may be rRNA or mRNA or tRNA, directly participate in protein synthesis. That is the major difference of DNA and RNA. Important expected point and number of exams appeared question. And last difference is the it does not act as catalyst. DNA does not function as catalyst. Whereas RNA acts as catalyst. That's why RNA has unstable nucleic acid and DNA has stable nucleic acid. Simple example, the rRNA, ribosomal RNA present inside the ribosome. Now this is rRNA present inside the ribosome. At the time of protein synthesis, in between successive amino acids, amino acid first, amino acid second, third, fourth, etc. till to terminator codon present on mRNA to increase the length of the polypeptide chain, elongates the length of the polypeptide chain by the help of peptide bonds in between amino acids. So, here the formation of peptide bond important from amine group of one amino acid, amine group of one amino acid and carboxyl group of another amino acid by the help of peptidyl transferase enzyme. Peptidyl transferase enzyme responsible for formation of a peptide bond in between amino acids. This enzyme catalyzed by, synthesized by rRNA. Important. Such catalytic function of rRNA is called ribozyme. Important. One more question. What is ribozyme? Ribozyme, no, ribosome. Ribozyme means the catalytic property of rRNA, or generally the catalytic property of RNA is called ribozyme. So by this manner, RNA functions as catalyst, but never DNA acts as a catalyst or function as the catalyst. Are the major differences between DNA and RNA? RNA important for 2 mark question or sometimes a 5 mark question. Say for 2 mark question, you must write minimum 4 differences. 4 differences. Each difference will be carrying 0.25 mark, 1/4 mark. Or for 5 mark question, generally the number of differences will be created within the question. Mention 5 differences between DNA and RNA. See, on such manner of question, each question will be each difference will be carrying 1 mark. Expected question, differences between DNA and RNA. So till here is the nucleic acids. 2 different types of nucleic acids like DNA and RNA. Sir, for what purpose we have studied these 2 different types of nucleic acids in the lesson molecular basis of innatins? That is our future, the journey of explanation in the molecular basis of innatins lesson. Here, both DNA and RNA responsible for synthesis of polypeptide chain, formation of protein molecule, that is indirectly called biosynthesis of proteins. Sir, how the biosynthesis of proteins takes place by the help of DNA and RNA, by the intermediation of genetic code. And how, sir, protein synthesis occurs in eukaryotes and prokaryotes, and how the protein synthesis can be regulated by gene and gene action. That is our journey of molecular basis of innatins topic. Among all these different topics, so first topic of molecular basis of innatins is genetic code. types of genetic code, meaning for genetic code, types of triplet codons of genetic code, and types of amino acids selected by each and every triplet codon of mRNA, etc. is the future explanation. So in next class, I'll begin the meaning and definition and types of triplet codons of genetic code. So I'll be continuing next class.